Good morning, beautiful ladies. It's Kim Herman here. Happy Easter Sunday. Now, before I dive in, I just want to do a quick introduction because I know we have some amazing, beautiful new women here in the group. I'm a holistic transformation therapist and trauma coach. And I basically, in my work, through one-to-one work, group work, and retreats, support women, most of them high-functioning women, to heal those deeper trauma patterns that sit behind people-pleasing, emotional overwhelm, relationship struggles, and self-doubt. And as today is Easter weekend, I know that so many families often catch up at this time. And I wanted to speak into something that I feel is very real for a lot of women, especially is for a lot of the women that I work with, and that is struggles with family conflict, toxic dynamics, and how can you stay centered without abandoning yourself in these situations. So if family is beautiful for you, I love that. But if family is complicated, I want you to know that you are not alone. Many families struggle with this. And we become so triggered in this environment because family is often where our earliest patterns formed. The roles we played, the way we learnt to stay safe, the way we learnt to be accepted or receive love. So you could be a confident, capable woman in your everyday life and then walk into one room, hear one tone, get one look, or maybe someone makes a comment and suddenly your whole body is activated. And the thing is, when the nervous system is activated, protection can look like snapping or getting defensive. You could shut down and go quiet. People pleasing and keeping the peace is another one. Over explaining yourself, or just sitting there and feeling like you're too much or not enough. So if this is something you experience, I want you to know it doesn't mean you're weak at all. It just means that your nervous system remembers and you're being highly triggered. So here is a big mindset shift that I want to offer you today. And that is, I want you to remember and really let this sink in, that other people's behavior says more about them than it does about you. Again, other people's behavior says more about them than it does about you. And most of the time, what they're doing has nothing to do with you personally at all. It's about their unhealed pain, their own stress, their own needs for control, or their inability to regulate their emotions. Now, that doesn't make it okay, but it doesn't mean that you have to take it on. And you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. So you can choose to stay calm without disconnecting from yourself. You can choose to stay kind without being available for disrespect. You can choose your peace without having to over-explain it for 10 minutes. So if you're heading into family gatherings this weekend or any time, here's a 3 simple step plan to help support yourself and your peace. So the first step is, you want to set an intention before you walk in or before your guests arrive, like even in the car, in the bathroom. Just pause for a breath and just decide that I'm here to enjoy what I can and protect my peace. Not I'm here to change them, not I'm here to prove myself, just I'm here and I'm in charge of my peace and my energy. So the second step is to regulate first and respond secondly. So if someone makes a dig or criticizes you, guilt trips you, tries to pull you into an old dynamic, try and do this before you speak. And even if you need to temporarily leave the room, like go to the bathroom to do this, but you want to focus on unclenching your jaw, you want to drop your shoulders, take a deep breath in and just let it out as a long exhale. And the long exhale is your body's signal that I'm safe enough to respond and not react. Because reactions are often what keeps this side of toxic cycles alive. And when you can stay steady, you stay in choice for yourself. Step 3 is you can use some simple boundary phrases. Now, this may feel uncomfortable if you have never done this before, and other people may not like it if you've never done this before as well. So you don't need a speech. You don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to convince anyone. Just a few single sentence phrases. So here's some examples that you could potentially use. I'm not available for that conversation today. I'm just going to step outside for a moment. Let's keep it light and fun today. I'm not going to engage in that. And even just a simple thanks, I'll think about that and then change the subject. They're short, calm, and clean. And you're allowed to protect your energy, not in anger, not to punish anyone, simply because you're honouring your nervous system and your peace. So, if things don't change, you are able to leave. You are able to ask people to leave. So in closing, if you have family catch-ups this weekend or any time, and if they tend to be hard, I just want you to know that you're not alone. This is not uncommon. And I want you to know that anything I've shared today, you don't have to do it perfectly. See it as a practice. And your only job today is to stay connected to yourself, to protect your peace, choose the soft exit over the sharp reactions, and remember that their behaviour is information about them, not a verdict on you. Sending you so much love and hope you have a beautiful day. See you next time.